2022 Mitsubishi Outlander, just $20,999. Or a beautiful Chevy truck Z71, yours for $26,999. Rows of trucks and rows of SUVs during truck and SUV season at the veteran-owned Widget Auto Sales, the used car leader in out of Washington Street, or online at widgetautosales.com.
WMAL-FM, Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus media station.
Making sense of the news.
News Talk 105.9. News now.
WMAL News at 9. Good morning, everyone. I'm John Matthews. Plenty of snow is coming our way this weekend, but the story of this winter storm may not be measured by several inches, but by quarter inches. 7 News meteorologist Eileen Whalen says, yes, some places could see up to a foot of snow. Her advice?
Try not to focus on the snowfall totals. Focus more on the impacts. We are definitely going to see snow, possibly encased in ice. We could see upwards of a quarter inch in ice in some areas that could lead to power outages. And with temperatures in the 20s all next week, I really do worry about power outages.
Area utilities are gathering equipment and contractors to keep that juice flowing once the storm arrives.
We want to remind our customers going into the weather event to make sure that they've got their phones charged, that they've got, food available, that they understand what their emergency plan is.
Tammy Sanford with Pepco, which covers D.C. and Maryland, adds.
The one consideration is it's going to be very cold.
While Aisha Khan with Dominion Energy in Virginia says if you do lose power, you may not be on the top of the restoration list.
We do have our restoration priorities, and that includes hospitals, schools, water treatment facilities.
Both utilities request you report outages immediately. Barbara Britt, WMAL and WMAL.com.
Extreme weather sometimes prompts people to take extreme risks, and that's where firefighters come to the rescue.
If you have a generator, a portable generator, bird camp stove, charcoal grill, gasoline or propane heaters, never use those indoors, of course.
Spokesman Pete Perringer also stressing for properly checked carbon monoxide and smoke detectors as well as fire alarms.
Winter storms can be deceptive. They are pretty to look at out the window, but they can be cause serious injury and even death.
Perringer adds, in the face of challenging weather,
it's difficult for a lot of us to get our arms around it, but you would expect your fire rescue service and first responders to be prepared, and we've been doing that for the last week or so.
Scotland on WMAL and WMAL.com.
The storm has already produced the first declared state of emergency of the Abigail Spanberger administration in Virginia.
The mix of snowfall, the mix of freezing rain, sleet, and then very low temperatures will make this a difficult storm to respond to and will elongate the amount of time it will take to clear roads.
The governor's order allows the state to mobilize resources and to deploy people and equipment to assist in response and recovery efforts. All of this has airlines canceling flights faster than the flakes can fly.
Heavy snow, sleet, and dangerous ice are forecast across 24 states, with the National Weather Service warning of hazardous travel, power outages, and tree damage. Airlines including Delta, American, United, Southwest, and JetBlue are already canceling flights and offering fee-free changes, as forecasters warn the storm could trigger thousands of cancellations through Monday. Travelers are being urged to monitor flights closely as disruptions ripple nationwide. Ted Lindner, Fox News.
A fight broke out on a Metro bus near 16th Street and Missouri Avenue Northwest during last evening's rush hour.
At this point, we have 5 individuals that were struck by gunfire. All those individuals that were struck have non-life-threatening injuries. A suspect did flee from the area here.
Interim D.C. Police Chief Jeffrey Carroll says that suspect was the only one with a gun. The injured included 2 juveniles and 3 adults. At least some of them were bystanders. Checking your money. The Dow futures down 231 points. NASDAQ futures down 79. Up next, traffic and weather on WMAL.
My name is Luis Fonsi. No one should face Alzheimer's or other dementias alone. Resources are available at alz.org and by calling the Alzheimer's Association's 24/7 free hotline at 800-272-3900.
Hi, I'm Kelsey Grammer. Wounded Warrior Project supports injured veterans by connecting them with fellow warriors, by serving them through mental health and wellness programs, and by empowering them to live on their own terms. No one should face a battle alone. Join us at woundedwarriorproject.org.
Jamie Whitten in the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center.
Manassas commuters still slow to get past the crash. Southbound 234, the Prince William Parkway, just south of 66. Delays near Ballsford Road to Sudley Manor Drive, where that right turn lane is still blocked. 66, no late troubles between Gainesville and the Beltway. Inside the Beltway, running free and clear of any delay. Crash cleanup was on Rolling Road at Burke Lake Road. DC 295, no late problems to report, but southbound to watch for that volume toward Pennsylvania Avenue. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Stormwatch 7 forecast.
Today, we'll get into the upper 30s to lower 40s ahead of an Arctic front that will slide through tonight. Tomorrow, we'll see cloudy skies, highs in the lower 20s. Snow starts after 7 p.m. Saturday. I'm 7 News meteorologist Eileen Whalen in the First Alert Weather Center.
Right now, it is 36 in Sterling, 32 in College Park, 38 at Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport. I'm John Matthews, News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
Has your child swallowed your medicine, your laundry detergent, your nail polish remover? Call the Poison Helpline. Have you inhaled paint thinner, glue, pesticides? Call the Poison Helpline. Have a question about a dose, a fume, something your kid just drank? Call the Poison Helpline. Poisonings can happen at the home, on the job, or in the great outdoors. Call the Poison Helpline first for fast, free advice from medical professionals. Call 1-800-222-1222 anytime, anywhere. 1-800-222-1222. Save the number, save a life. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
My name is Lindsay, and I was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia. I'm alive today because of this incredible hospital and the generosity of so many who wanted to support it.
Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Earn an accredited MBA in as few as 16 months for about $21K at University of Maryland Global Campus. Explore 10 specializations, including finance, HR, cyber technology, and more. Plus, showcase the value of your MBA with a comprehensive learner record and digitally demonstrate in-demand skills and credentials to employers. No application fee if you apply by February 11th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
It's truck and SUV season at Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader. Just look at the rows of trucks and the rows of SUVs ready for winter, like a Ford F-150 XLT. Yours for just $37,999. How about a 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander, just $20,999? Or a beautiful Chevy truck Z71, yours for $26,999. Rows of trucks and rows of SUVs during truck and SUV season at the veteran-owned Widget Auto Sales, the used car leader in out of Washington Street, or online at widgetautosales.com.
Nearly home. Isn't home where we all want to be? Reba here for Realtor.com, the pros' #1 most trusted app. Finding a home is like dating. You're not just looking for a place to live. You're searching for the one. That's where Realtor.com comes in. Like any good matchmaker, they know exactly where to look. With over 500,000 new real listings straight from the pros every month, you could find your perfect match today. Ranch style with a pool, barn dominium with an in-law suite? Realtor.com's got them. Modern craftsman with a big yard and a treehouse out back? Realtor.com will have you saying, yep, that's the one. No more swapping. It's time to start finding. Download the Realtor.com app today, cause you're nearly home. Make it real with Realtor.com.
Pros #1 most trusted app based on August 2025 proprietary survey. Over 500,000 new listings every month based on average new for sale and rental listings, July 2024 to June 2025.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg McMuffin, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Get any two for just $5 and pair it with $1.99 any size iced coffee. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
Your chance at a jackpot is waiting on every corner. Head to your favorite New York lottery retailer and grab a Powerball ticket today for your chance to win the ever-growing jackpot. Currently over $50 million. Good luck out there, New York. Please play responsibly.
Whatever your goals, AmeriQ has the right loan solutions to help you consolidate debt, financial reviews to help you budget for the present, and certificate rates that'll help you save for the future. Get started today at AmeriQ.org/possibility.
Hey, Dad, I've been saving up, and I think I'm ready to buy my own car.
What in the fuck?
I think so, too. Now, have you thought about how you're going to finance it? Not really. I really like...
Fucking news is supposed to be on. What the fuck? Fucking ignorant motherfuckers.
At Ashley in Watertown is the Ashley Cash event. No matter how much you spend during the month of January, get 20% back in Ashley Cash. You heard right. Spend $1,000, get $200.
Just fucking, fucking bullshit.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Oh, I want to just smash something.
And mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg McMuffin.
Fucking ignorant motherfuckers preempting that. Must be big news in the day.
Any size iced coffee. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any
Watch them play another fucking commercial. News is supposed to be on.
Hey, Dad, I've been
See?
saving up, and I think I'm ready to buy my own car.
The fuck?
I think so, too. Now, have you thought about how you're going to finance it? Not really. I really like banking with Northern Credit Union. They offer loans, right? Well, of course they do. Your mom and I have banked with Northern Credit Union for a long time and have gone through them for a lot of things, like our home improvement loan for the deck we put on last summer. You should really stop in and see them before you shop around. Yeah, but look, you can apply for a loan right in your Northern Credit Union mobile banking app. Oh, really? Well, that's convenient. I knew anyone could apply for a loan at mynorthern.com. Looks like they're making it even easier now. Apply for your next loan with Northern Credit Union online or in mobile banking. Not a member? Not a problem. Apply for your loan on our website at mynorthern.com. New car, used car, first car, home loan, personal loan, we've got you covered. Visit mynorthern.com to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
These fuckers preempted it.
Taxes was waiting
12 minutes after.
Yesterday.
You should be hearing a fucking live radio program.
Now Taxes is getting back on the road with TurboTax and Credit Karma, where you can get your refund up to 5 days faster and get personalized guidance to take.
They can't be getting that bad of a snowstorm.
It's Taxes.
Fucking ignorant
Credit
fuck.
Karma with TurboTax. Deposit a federal refund into Credit Karma money account and early submission of refund data by IRS required. Terms apply. Banking services provided by MVB Bank Inc. Member FDIC. Credit Karma is not a bank.
At Hill's Pet Nutrition, we know that pet parent guilt is real. That's why we make science-led nutrition to help you give more love than humanly possible. Because you're only human, there's Hills. Find the right food at hillspet.com/science does more.
It's truck and SUV season at Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader. Just look at the rows of trucks and the rows of SUVs ready for winter, like a Ford F-150 XLT. Yours for just $37,999. How about a 2022?
They've played this fucking 4 times now.
$999. Or a
Quarter after.
Z71. Yours for $26,999. Rows of trucks and rows of SUVs during truck and SUV season at the veteran-owned
Fucking
Widget Auto
ignorant
Sales, a used car
motherfuckers.
leader and out of Washington Street or online at widgetautosales.com.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people.
Wow, you're fucking
we wake
kidding
up
me.
for the
Fucking ignorant.
At William Attire, there's no fee until we win. Call William Attire, 444-4444.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet.
Oh,
McDonald's breakfast
fucking
people,
Christ.
we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg McMuffin, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Get any 2 for just $5. And
Fucking
with
ignorant.
$1.99 any size iced coffee. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
Hey, Dad, I've been saving up.
That's it.
I think I'm ready to buy my own.
Fucking ignorant motherfuckers. That is so fucking ignorant.
retirement, we need multiple sources of income to meet all of our many needs. The 30+9 savings plan can turbocharge our income plan with its 30% deposit match and 9.5% guaranteed annual rate of return, backed by a Fortune 100 company. The 30+9 plan provides safety, security, and peace of mind. It's something everyone should really take a close look at. For free information, call or text 888-411-4130, 888-411-4130, or click this video now to learn more.
They don't want us here in the news.
This ad is brought to you by GSK. Have you considered starting Ojjaara momelotinib for your appropriate patients? Review the efficacy of Ojjaara, including data from our head-to-head trials, Simplify One and Momentum, at startojjaara.com. That's startojjaara.com.
Hey, Dad, I've been saving up, and
Wow.
I think I'm ready to buy my own car. Well, son,
Well, I guess we're not listening to the news. Fucking ignorant motherfuckers.
A fun Democrat story. Man who thinks he's a woman reportedly kills himself who thought he killed herself after church allegedly refuses to let him dress as a French maid in a cat uniform to show up to work at the church because, Democrats are very severely mentally disturbed. They're very unwell. And here is, I love this story about they're targeting Greg Bovino because it's civil war. The Democrats are waging civil war against our culture and our society. They're not with us. They're with the Confederate States of America, I think is the thing about that. Yes, sir. And here is Arizona, the Attorney General, a Democrat Attorney General in Arizona, Chris Mays, M-A-Y-E-S, maybe it's Mayes. It's a woman, K-R-I-S. At least it could be a woman. I don't know. May have male genitalia because it's a Democrat. Arizona Attorney General Chris Mays wildly suggests residents can shoot masked ICE agents under the state's self-defense laws. She says, recipe for disaster. Well, you guys are a recipe for disaster. There's no doubt about that. The Democrat Party they're not bright people, but they're dangerous and they're stupid. They're ignorant. And Chris Mays, apparently an attorney general of the state of Arizona, saying that if you're a lunatic Democrat leftist, that you are entitled to shoot federal law enforcement under the self-defense laws if they're wearing a mask, because the Democrat mobs have been wearing masks for years now when they're committing mob violence against
civilization. The Democrat Party, very, very unwell. So I've got that person for you as well. And that's just scratching the surface. And then we've got 3 hours in which the Democrat Party will demonstrate their madness in myriad ways. And we'll just try to keep up with the insanity. Now, let me just start with this because it's kind of a big deal. The crime numbers. Here's the headline, and I love the New York Times headline. Here's the New York Times headline. I've got a Fox News headline. I got a couple of those. Here's the headline of the New York Times today. What's behind the staggering drop in the murder rate? ? No one knows for sure. Well, the New York Times certainly doesn't know for sure because, they've got a lot of mental issues. So wait a minute. The lowest murder rate, and this is completely nuts. The headline of the New York Times, murder rate drops to lowest levels since at least 1900. That's more than 125 years. That's 1.25 centuries for Democrats trying to follow along. Isn't that amazing? We have the lowest murder rate for 2025 in 125 years. 125 years, the lowest murder rate. And the New York Times just doesn't know what's up with that. We're trying to keep Democrats in a cage, trying to keep them on their chain. And then there's the illegal alien thing, the open borders thing, and dealing with the illegal alien gang members that the Democrats waved into the country by the millions because they want to destroy the greatest human experiment in history. And also what's going on in the economy. The economy grows 4.4%. Strongest expansion in 2 years. So wait a minute, the economy is booming, great economic numbers, and the New York Times is horrified to have to admit out loud that we've got the lowest murder rate in the United States since at least 1900. It's 2026 now. They say no one knows. Why is it no one knows for sure? That's because they don't want to say the word Trump in the context of this. We're at 888-630-9625.
There's only one Chris Plant. The Chris Plant Show.
WMAL traffic from the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center. Virginia, still a couple things to watch for, please. On Braddock Road, inside the Beltway, crash cleanup continues. Braddock Road and Backlick Road in the intersection. It's tricky to get through there. Tow trucks are at the scene. 66 West, an abrupt delay after 29 Centerville. Watch for the brake lights, stalled car before you get to 234 Sudley Road. That was blocking the right lane. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Stormwatch 7 forecast.
Partly sunny this afternoon. We'll have a high near 43. Arctic air comes in overnight. Partly cloudy, low 11.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg McMuffin, or a sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Get any two for just $5 and pair it with $1.99 any size iced coffee. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hey, Dad, I've been saving up, and I think I'm ready to buy my own car.
Well, son, I think so too. Now, have you thought about how you're going to finance it?
Not really. I really like banking with Northern Credit Union. They offer loans, right?
Well, of course they do. Your mom and I have banked with Northern Credit Union for a long time and have gone through them for a lot of things, like our home improvement loan for the deck we put on last summer. You should really stop in and see them before you shop around.
Yeah, but look, you can apply for a loan right in your Northern Credit Union mobile banking app.
Oh, really? Well, that's convenient. I knew anyone could apply for a loan at mynorthern.com. Looks like they're making it even easier now.
Apply for your next loan with Northern Credit Union online or in mobile banking. Not a member? Not a problem. Apply for your loan on our website at mynorthern.com. New car, used car, first car, home loan, personal loan, we've got you covered. Visit mynorthern.com to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Whatever your goals, AmeriQ has the right loan solutions to help you consolidate debt, financial reviews to help you budget for the present, and certificate rates that'll help you save for the future. Get started today at ameriq.org/possibility.
It's truck and SUV season at Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader. Just look at the rows of trucks and the rows of SUVs ready for winter, like a Ford F-150 XLT, yours for just $37,999. How about a 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander, just $20,999? Or a beautiful Chevy truck Z71, yours for $26,999. Rows of trucks and rows of SUVs during truck and SUV season at the veteran-owned Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader in out of Washington Street, or online at widgetautosales.com.
Their devotion to date night may not change over time, but plan sponsors know their retirement needs will. Help deliver the retirement your employees deserve with support for both saving and spending. Vanguard, well on your way. A 401k plan to embrace all of life's moments. Visit institutional.vanguard.com to learn more. All investing is subject to risk.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg McMuffin, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Get any two for just $5 and pair it with $1.99 any size iced coffee. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Your path to adult education begins with AEPP. Whether it's preparing for your GED, building your reading and writing skills, or discovering apprenticeship opportunities, learn more today at nysed.gov/adulted. A message from the New York State Education Department.
Hey, Dad, I've been saving up, and I think I'm ready to buy my own car.
Well, son, I think so too. Now, have you thought about how you're going to finance it?
Not really. I really like banking with Northern Credit Union. They offer loans, right?
Well, of course they do. Your mom and I have banked with Northern Credit Union for a long time and have gone through them for a lot of things, like our home improvement loan for the deck we put on last summer. You should really stop in and see them before you shop around.
Yeah, but look, you can apply for a loan right in your Northern Credit Union mobile banking app.
Oh, really? Well, that's convenient. I knew anyone could apply for a loan at mynorthern.com. Looks like they're making it even easier now.
Apply for your next loan with Northern Credit Union online or in mobile banking. Not a member? Not a problem. Apply for your loan on our website at mynorthern.com. New car, used car, first car, home loan, personal loan, we've got you covered. Visit mynorthern.com to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Know the news the minute you wake up. O'Connor and Company with Larry O'Connor, 5 to 9 a.m. on WMAL.
Democrat Party calling everybody Nazis, and now their chief law enforcement officer in Arizona saying you should shoot them and kill federal law enforcement. This is the stuff of civil war in third world beep hole countries, which the Democrat Party represents in the United States of America. They are the left. They are the third world. They are here to destroy everything, and they're violent criminals. Not the good guys. Let us go to the telephones, Michael. Let's see. Let's go to Lee, calling from Charleston, South Carolina. Lee, you're on the Chris Plant Show.
Yes, I love your show, Chris, and I'm glad you don't sugarcoat your feelings about the liberals.
Well, you know, it's there's nothing to sugarcoat at this point, is there?
No, I just briefly, I was a former helicopter pilot for Zachary and was Fisher back in the early 90s. And I love when you have the fund drives for the Fisher houses going on the radio. But regarding the ICE situation, a few weeks ago, they were told they cannot deploy any tear gas or such things towards protesters. And my wife says, gosh, why don't they just spray water like they did back in the Martin Luther King era? Hose them down.
Yeah,
and then I heard you say the very same thing this morning.
Yeah, well, I've been wanting to bring out the fire trucks from airports for a long time. And yeah, now that it's 9 degrees below zero in Minneapolis, now's the perfect time to bring them out. And yeah, and in Virginia, now the new Democrat governor and the Democrat House, they've declared that they will no longer cooperate with immigration enforcement or immigration customs enforcement because they want the country to be unrecognizable as the United States of America.
Oh, yes. And then how about California? Swalwell, Fang Fang's boyfriend, he decided that ICE should no longer have driver's licenses.
Yay now!
This is the Chris Plant Show. News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
WMAL traffic from the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center. All lanes reopened on Braddock Road at Backlick Road from our earlier crash. Still watch for residual delays through there. Beltway through Tyson's, nice light volume. Interloop as you approach and past 236, and a little bit of volume there. Broken down slows the trip 66 west. After 29 Centerville, it's the right lane blocked to Broken Down. Be cautious. Southbound 270 between Frederick and the 270 spur running with light volume. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Stormwatch 7 forecast.
Partly sunny this afternoon. We'll have a high near 43. Arctic air comes in overnight. Partly cloudy, low 11.
Your chance at a jackpot is waiting on every corner. Head to your favorite New York lottery retailer and grab a Powerball ticket today for your chance to win the ever-growing jackpot. Currently over $50 million. Good luck out there in New York. Please play responsibly.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg McMuffin, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Get any two for just $5 and pair it with $1.99 any size iced coffee. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
With great savings rates and debt solutions to help you refocus your finances, the new year is full of possibility with AmeriQ Credit Union. Whatever your goals, AmeriQ has the right loan solutions to help you consolidate past debt, financial reviews to help you budget for the present, and certificate rates that'll help you save for the future. Possibility starts here with AmeriQ Credit Union. Get started today at ameriq.org/possibility.
Hey, Dad, I've been saving up, and I think I'm ready to buy my own car.
Well, son, I think so too. Now, have you thought about how you're going to finance it?
Not really. I really like banking with Northern Credit Union. They offer loans, right?
Well, of course they do. Your mom and I have banked with Northern Credit Union for a long time and have gone through them for a lot of things, like our home improvement loan for the deck we put on last summer. You should really stop in and see them before you shop around.
Yeah, but look, you can apply for a loan right in your Northern Credit Union mobile banking app.
Oh, really? That's convenient. I knew anyone could apply for a loan at mynorthern.com. Looks like they're making it even easier now.
Apply for your next loan with Northern Credit Union online or in mobile banking. Not a member? Not a problem. Apply for your loan on our website at mynorthern.com. New car, used car, first car, home loan, personal loan, we've got you covered. Visit mynorthern.com to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Taxes was waiting on the refund you needed yesterday. All right, your car repair is going to run about $3,000. Now Taxes is getting back on the road with TurboTax and Credit Karma, where you can get your refund up to 5 days faster and get personalized guidance to take every dollar further. Now this is Taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. Deposit a federal refund into Credit Karma Money account and early submission of refund data by IRS required. Terms apply. Banking services provided by MVB Bank Inc. Member FDIC. Credit Karma is not a bank.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, We wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg McMuffin, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Get any two for just $5 and pair it with $1.99 any size iced coffee. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
It's truck and SUV season at Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader. Just look at the rows of trucks and the rows of SUVs ready for winter, like a Ford F-150 XLT, yours for just $37,999. How about a 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander, just $20,999? Or a beautiful Chevy truck Z71, yours for $26,999. Rows of trucks and rows of SUVs during truck and SUV season at the veteran-owned Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader in out of Washington Street, or online at widgetautosales.com.
WMAL, making sense of party politics, because somebody's got to hold their feet to the fire. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
Hey, we're back. You may recall just days ago, mobs of violent Democrat criminals, mostly mentally ill, gender fluid, psychotic Democrats, which is perfectly normal now. They attacked federal law enforcement vehicles, and they knew that they were law enforcement vehicles when they attacked them because it's obvious, and busted open the trunk of, I believe it was an FBI vehicle, and a lunatic gang member brought in a giant construction strap, and they ripped the lockbox out of the trunk and stole the, I believe, AR-15 rifle from the FBI. They also broke into vehicles and got documents, and they doxed approximately 4,500 Department of Homeland Security and Immigration Customs Enforcement agents. So ICE agents and Homeland Security agents, 4,500 of them. The Democrats committed acts of mob violence, rioting, stealing, looting, plundering. Got the rifle from the FBI vehicle and ammunition, naturally. Got the documents on 4,500 DHS and ICE agents and leaked them to an online left-wing radical website, an anti-ICE website known as the ICE List. And they do that because they want people killed. They want that because they want families threatened. And that's what they do. Because, you know, Renee Good, who crashed her car into a federal law enforcement agent, and the Democrats applaud that. Isn't that amazing? So this ICE List website, they get information allegedly about DHS and ICE people, and they make the information public because they want them threatened, and that's how that goes. You got to keep in mind that the context here is that, and this has been known for some time, and the Democrats continue to inflame the situation because they want civil war in the United States. Incident comes amid reports of a significant increase in threats against federal law enforcement, with officials citing a 1,300% increase in assaults on federal agents. 1,300% increase, not a 100% increase or a 130% increase. A 1,300% increase, all incited by Democrats, elected and unelected, and an 8,000% increase in death threats against ICE agents, according to the Department of Homeland Security. And the Democrat Party and the news media, but I repeat myself, they really don't care. Now, with that in mind, as they call the Border Patrol chief a Nazi and say that he wears a Nazi uniform from World War II, and it's purely fabricated, and they just want a shooting war in the streets because they're the left, and nobody kills like the left. Now, here's the New York Post today, and their headline is, Arizona AG, their attorney general, their chief law enforcement officer, Chris Mays, M-A-Y-E-S, widely suggests residents can shoot masked ICE agents under the state's self-defense laws. Now, listen to this. Arizona Attorney General Chris with a K, Mays, KKK Mays, widely suggested that residents can open fire on masked ICE agents. So if you're wearing your uniform and body armor and you got ICE across your chest or Department of Homeland Security across your chest, and you've got a helmet on and you're out there arresting child rapists from gangs in Latin America, then the Democrats want to shoot and kill you because the Democrat Party is a mentally ill gang of violent criminals. The Democrat, in a sit-down, Attorney General Chris Mays, in a sit-down interview with News 12 anchor Bram Resnick, warned that Arizona's Stand Your Ground laws, which she's against, by the way, allows citizens to use deadly force if they believe they're in imminent danger, and says it could be a recipe for disaster if protesters clash with immigration officers. Well, you're inciting not only deadly riots, you're inciting war in the United States of America, and she should probably be rounded up, grabbed at her, I think a battering ram, pre-dawn raid of her house, drag her out by the ankles, shoot her dog, the usual Democrat Party stuff. So, and now here she is. This is the Democrat Attorney General Arizona doing an interview with News 12 and Bram Resnick.
We're a stand your ground state. We have one of the most expansive stand your ground laws in the entire country,
which she's
that rivals even Florida.
She's against.
We also have a lot of guns in Arizona. We're a gun culture in this state. And, it's kind of a recipe for disaster because you have these masked federal officers with very little identification, sometimes no identification,
just the uniforms,
wearing plain clothes,
the body armor, the helmets,
and masks. And we have a stand your ground law that says that if you reasonably believe that your life is in danger, and you're in your house or your car or on your property, that you can defend yourself with lethal force.
Yes, you can defend yourself. So, and they love this masks thing. Now, you see thousands of left-wing protesters in the streets wearing masks to conceal their identities because they're committing crimes, right? And that's actually illegal in most places. If you're wearing a mask in order to conceal your identity because you're committing crimes, that's a crime by itself. But the Democrat Party wants war against the federal government by the states. You see this in Minnesota, the governor and the mayor of Minneapolis. But hang on, because the Attorney General of Arizona is, what is she calling for? And if you're wearing a certain, now again, they're concealing their identity because the left is doxing them, putting their documents about their home addresses, where their kids go to school, where their wives work, and all this, so in order to threaten them and hypothetically have them murdered, because that's the left. They're the most murderous death cult ever.
I want to be careful with that and understand what you're saying, because you know how that could be interpreted.
Well, but it's the facts. It's the fact
what's
that
the
we
fact?
have a stand your ground law,
Uh-huh.
and we have in other states
Law enforcement.
ununiformed, masked.
They're not
people
ununiformed.
Who can't be identified as police officers. That is a problem.
That's a lie. She's a lying Sacagawea. She's a huge lying Sacagawea. And I got to say, the reporter, Bram Resnick, was trying to ask her. He was like, wait a minute, you seem to be inciting, I would have said you're inciting civil war. You didn't go quite that far.
Now, if someone were to, now you're not allowed to shoot peace officers.
So let's put a big pause there.
Yeah.
And go into that question, because
How do you know they're
some
a peace
some might say you are giving a license
No, I'm not
to an
giving-
individual
absolutely
to
not.
shoot a peace officer.
Not absolutely not.
100%.
But how do you know they're a peace officer?
You're not very severely mentally impeded, as you obviously are. Anybody can see come up in the black SUV. 4 guys jump out. Head to toe green body armor, helmets, maybe rifles, certainly pistols, ICE across your chest, DHS across your chest with the body armor. You know that there are operations going on in your city because you see all the illegal alien gang members everywhere, and you know about all that madness. But the Democrat Party is inciting this violence against civilization.
But to be clear, you're not telling folks you have license if you are threatened.
Well,
to shoot a peace officer.
No, but again, if you're being attacked by someone who is not identified as a peace officer, how do you know?
Yeah, how could you possibly know? I didn't know as police officer it was a surgical mask. Sure, the guy's wearing head-to-toe green body armor, a helmet's got a rifle, says ICE across his chest. But how am I supposed to know he's wearing a surgical mask in order to conceal his identity because the Democrat Party wants to threaten the lives of his children? That's your Democrat Party. That is your Democrat Party. And she's the chief law enforcement officer of the state of Arizona. You know, Blue Lives Matter, kitty cat. Honestly, should she be arrested? Should she be in handcuffs? Are these Democrats inciting the second Democrat American Civil War? And this is about keeping their cheap labor again. The first one was about the Democrats keeping their cheap labor and their plantations and their bullwhips and all of that good stuff. Also, Blue Lives Matter putting out a statement that the Blue Lives Matter people, through police sources, estimating well over 100,000 false reports about the whereabouts of ICE have flooded the Report ICE hotlines. The Democrats have set up Report ICE hotlines so that if ICE is arresting child rapists in your neighborhood, they want to defend the illegal alien child rapists and murderers because they want more child rape and more murder. The Democrat Party is the party of child rape and of murder. Right, and these hotlines are meant to help out the far left protesters that are out there during anti-ICE operations. And we're not saying we had anything to do with it, but we heard through the grapevine that more than 100 teams of veterans and off-duty officers have been accidentally mistaken as ICE protesters. Sure, and followed them directly away from where the ICE operations were. Now, this is actually kind of fun. Have you seen this? There are veterans and retired or off-duty even police officers that are going out and they see the protesters and they know that there are ICE operations going over on 33rd Street. So they get the attention of the protesters and then they race over to 12th Street. So all the protesters race over to 12th Street chasing fake police officers. It's a deception campaign, pretty funny. And then the ICE officers actually arrest the illegal aliens that are murderers and child rapists, and the Democrats want to defend the child rapist. Isn't that amazing? Wonderful stuff. But the Democrat Party, man, oh man. And what are the Democrats doing? Here's the headline. Unraveling the claim that Border Patrol Chief Greg Bovino wore a Nazi uniform. That's the headline here. And it's a lie, of course. But the Democrat Party is inciting violence. And who are the Nazis who are using Molotov cocktails to firebomb the Jewish governor's mansion in Pennsylvania, to terrorize Jewish students at Columbia University and around New York City, to firebomb pro-Israel protesters in Colorado? All the Democrats, 100% the Democrats. All right, Michael, let's grab a phone call. And then I want to get crime, the lowest murder rate in 125 years. And the New York Times is angry. The Democrats saw this and like, well, we can fix that. We can get that back up. Let's go to the phones. Let's go to Rachel calling from Clark County, Virginia. Rachel, you're on the Chris Plant Show.
Hello, my friend Chris. How are you today?
Very well.
Good. So I'm wondering, this politician that you were just speaking with, the Sacagawea. So I also wonder, the cartels put out a reward for any, taking of our ICE officers' lives. And I wonder, these politicians who are inciting, do they get to put in a claim with the cartels if their rhetoric and the things that they're doing it takes the life of one of our officers? Do they get to call the 1-800 cartel reward line? I wonder.
I got to collect the bounty that the cartels have put out on American federal law enforcement.
$50,000?
Yeah, well, certainly I think that the Attorney General in Arizona would be eligible for that cartel bonus, that cartel bounty. I got to say, Rachel, you ever see a Democrat Party like this in the United States?
No, I haven't. But the things that they're out to do have never changed, which is to destroy this country and pocket them, line their own pockets.
Man, I gotta tell you, the incitement of violence, and again, the chief law enforcement officer for one of our 50 states is inciting not just violence, not throwing frozen water bottles, but shooting and killing using your ground laws, which she obviously opposes because she doesn't believe in self-defense, but she does believe in murder and insurrection and apparently civil war. Because if she's got the lunatic left hand, who's she inciting? Gang members that are illegal aliens in Arizona. That is an actual border state. And she's inciting a trend there, Ragma and MS-13 to shoot and kill. I say, hey, the Attorney General, the Chief Law Enforcement Officer of the state of Arizona, said that I could shoot somebody wearing a surgical mask. And again, they're wearing the surgical mask to protect their identities because their lives are in danger, because of the cartels and the left, and because of this Attorney General in Arizona. They are endangering. She is endangering lives, obviously, and she is not on the side of law and order, that's for sure. I don't think she should be the Attorney General.
It sounds like she just gave every left-wing lunatic out there their defense and their excuse for what it sounds like she wants them to do.
She is inciting. She is providing a rationale for left-wing radicals to shoot and kill federal law enforcement. You're right, she's giving them their defense in court. Well, look, the Attorney General told me this is what I should do based on the state's stand your ground laws, shoot and kill federal law enforcement who are trying to protect their families and their own lives. The Democrat Party is a criminal cartel. Forget the Mexican cartels. The Democrat Party is the most dangerous cartel on earth today.
If you reasonably believe that your life is in danger, you can defend yourself with lethal force.
You're listening to The Chris Plant Show. News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
WMAL traffic from the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center. 270 commuters if you're heading toward Frederick. Hang on. Crashes northbound between Route 80 Urbana and 85 Buckystown Pike, giving us jam traffic through there. Southbound side is open. Southbound continues to be delay-free, heading on to the 270 spur. That way, delays outer loop into Silver Spring have just about cleared out. Virginia, Braddock Road inside the Beltway at Backlick Road. Still watch for some of the volume to get through there where we had the earlier crash. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Storm Watch 7 forecast.
Partly sunny this afternoon. We'll have a high near 43. Arctic air comes in overnight. Partly cloudy, low 11.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg McMuffin, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Get any two for just $5 and pair it with $1.99 any size iced coffee. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
Hey, Dad, I've been saving up, and I think I'm ready to buy my own car.
Well, son, I think so too. Now, have you thought about how you're going to finance it?
Not really. I really like banking with Northern Credit Union. They offer loans, right?
Well, of course they do. Your mom and I have banked with Northern Credit Union for a long time and have gone through them for a lot of things, like our home improvement loan for the deck we put on last summer. You should really stop it and see them before you shop around.
Yeah, but look, you can apply for a loan right in your Northern Credit Union mobile banking app.
Oh, really? Well, that's convenient. I knew anyone could apply for a loan at mynorthern.com. Looks like they're making it even easier now.
Apply for your next loan with Northern Credit Union online or in mobile banking. Not a member? Not a problem. Apply for your loan on our website at mynorthern.com. New car, used car, first car, home loan, personal loan, we've got you covered. Visit mynorthern.com to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
With great savings rates and debt solutions to help you refocus your finances, the new year is full of possibility with AmeriQ Credit Union. Whatever your goals, AmeriQ has the right loan solutions to help you consolidate past debt, financial reviews to help you budget for the present, and certificate rates that will help you save for the future. Possibility starts here with AmeriQ Credit Union. Get started today at ameriq.org/possibility.
Taxes was waiting on the refund it needed yesterday. All right, your car repair is going to run about $3,000. Now Taxes is getting back on the road with TurboTax and Credit Karma, where you can get your refund up to 5 days faster and get personalized guidance to take every dollar further. Now this is Taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. Deposit a federal refund in the Credit Karma money account and early submission of refund data by IRS required. Terms apply. Banking services provided by MVB Bank Inc. Member FDIC. Credit Karma is not a bank.
It's truck and SUV season at Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader. Just look at the rows of trucks and the rows of SUVs ready for winter, like a Ford F-150 XLT, yours for just $37,999. How about a 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander, just $20,999? Or a beautiful Chevy truck Z71, yours for $26,999. Rows of trucks and rows of SUVs during truck and SUV season at the veteran-owned Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader in out of Washington Street, or online at widgetautosales.com.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg McMuffin, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Get any two for just $5 and pair it with $1.99 any size iced coffee. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
The jackpots continue to soar. Go to any New York Lottery retailer today for your chance to win the Powerball jackpot, over $200 million. Or play for your chance to win the Mega Millions jackpot, over $250 million. Please play responsibly.
Hey, Dad, I've been saving up, and I think I'm ready to buy my own car.
Well, son, I think so too. Now, have you thought about how you're going to finance it?
Not really. I really like banking with Northern Credit Union. They offer loans, right?
Well, of course they do. Your mom and I have banked with Northern Credit Union for a long time and have gone through them for a lot of things, like our home improvement loan for the deck we put on last summer. You should really stop in and see them before you shop around.
Yeah, but look, you can apply for a loan right in your Northern Credit Union mobile banking app.
Oh, really? Well, that's convenient. I knew anyone could apply for a loan at mynorthern.com. Looks like they're making it even easier now.
Apply for your next loan with Northern Credit Union online or in mobile banking. Not a member? Not a problem. Apply for your loan on our website at mynorthern.com. New car, used car, first car, home loan, personal loan, we've got you covered. Visit mynorthern.com to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
WMAL, making sense of the economy because it's your money and your retirement. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
The lowest U.S. murder rate since 1900. 125 years. You're welcome, America. President Trump, you want more murder? Elect more Democrats. Because, Democrats commit almost all of the murders, and they love murderers. They raise murderers. They defend murderers. They release murderers. Murder is a Democrat Party thing. Let's go back to the telephones, and so much to get to. And I can't wait to get Chief Greg Bovino wearing a Nazi uniform. The Democrats say everything they say is a lie. Ask them what day it is. They'll lie to you. Let's go to Frank calling from Ashburn, Virginia. Frank, you're on the Chris Plante Show.
Good morning, Chris. How are you?
Just great, Frank.
Thanks for all your good work and loving America.
You betcha.
Every time that there's a conversation about anything regarding what's going on with the immigration, the first things that need to be said ahead of the conversation by every conservative is, let's just remember that all of the problems we're having are at the hands of your last leader, letting in 12, 15, 20 million, whatever it is, illegal people into the country. This has nothing to do with Republicans or conservatives. It has everything to do about the miscreants on the left. Every single problem we have is because of that. That's where you start the conversation. You got to put them in their place about that. We don't speak up enough about that. I think that I would be amazed if, the line from Jefferson about having to refresh the tree of liberty with the blood of tyrants and patriots. I'm sure Jefferson would have never thought that our system would last 200 years. We have done that, but we've got to push back on this now. It all goes back to the schools and getting liberal teachings in the 60s and 70s. We never stood up to any of that. We let the liberals lead the way on things. Conservatives got to stand up now. They got to open their mouth. How often do you hear, well, I can't talk because I'll lose my job? Well, it's better to lose your freedom. Is it better to lose your tongue? You got to stand up now. And you got to start every conversation with, well, we wouldn't have any of this save for the job that your last leader did. I think that's really important to establish.
Well, you're 100% correct. Of course, all of these problems, everything going on in Minneapolis is because the Democrat Party swung the borders open and allowed tens of millions, quite probably, of random illegals from whatever hellhole around the world into the United States, America, to roam free, and gave them gift baskets and free housing and free school. And you see that school districts around here are going bankrupt. They're going belly up. And they got fewer students than ever, spending more than ever because nobody speaks English there anymore.
WMAL-FM, Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus media station. Making sense of the news. News Talk 105.9. News now.
WMAL News at 10. Good morning, everyone. I'm John Matthews. Have you noticed a lot of the talk about this weekend storm has shifted from big snow to big ice and an even bigger chill?
We've been poring over the data for over a week, and a lot has changed. I mean, if this was going to be an all-snow event, we would have seen the 15, 20-plus inch snowfall totals. But now we've got the ice, so that's going to be changing things. And ice is not nice. It's very, very dangerous. It can be even more dangerous than snow.
7 News meteorologist Eileen Whalen says the snow that starts tomorrow night will eventually transition to sleet and freezing rain Sunday, bringing a bigger risk of power outages that'll stick around because the temperatures will stay below freezing for the next week. Area utilities are getting ready for that big storm.
This could be a severe multi-day restoration effort with extreme cold weather following the storm.
Aisha Khan with Virginia's Dominion Energy, while Pepco's Tammy Sanford also urges DC and Maryland customers to make a plan, charge up any devices, adding,
We're in the process right now of just getting our staffing plans in place, getting our vehicles ready, and getting everyone ready to support the weather when it hits.
And if you see down power lines,
we ask that you stay away from those power lines at least 30 feet.
Barbara Britt, WMAL and WMAL.com.
The more danger, the more likely you'll need help from fire and rescue personnel. Montgomery Fire says it's ready.
We are up staffing and putting the reserve equipment in places where we can get to it very quickly, more quickly.
Spokesperson Pete Pieringer, so whether it's gear needed or personnel.
Typically, we'll call for reinforcements more often or sooner than we normally would on sunny days. So we rotate the crews in and out.
The bottom line, even in the face of challenging and dangerous weather.
We want to do everything we can to prevent anyone having to call us, but it should we are ready to respond with what we have and what will be needed.
Scott Lynn on WMAL and WMAL.com.
The defense in the Brendan Banfield double murder case in Fairfax County is trying to cast doubt on the abilities of police investigators to do their jobs.
The digital forensics investigator on this case was removed. That supervisor has since left law enforcement. The lead detective was also pulled off the case for his inexperience, according to testimony. And the defense strongly is suggesting that supervisors were only pushing the catfish theory. The hope here, convince the jury this investigation was somehow botched or not done properly.
7 News' Jay Korf. The trial resumes today to get ahead of the storm. Closing arguments are expected when they can get back into the courthouse next week. President Trump rescinds an invitation for Canada to join his Board of Peace for Gaza.
The president posts on Truth Social, addressing Prime Minister Mark Carney, please let this letter serve to represent that the Board of Peace is withdrawing its invitation to you regarding Canada's joining what will be the most prestigious board of leaders ever assembled at any time. Prime Minister Carney had said during his speech Tuesday at the World Economic Forum, the era of American dominance is no longer working for countries like his and others.
We are in the midst of a rupture, not a transition.
President Trump, in his speech on Wednesday,
Canada lives because of the United States. Remember that.
Carney responds in a national address. Canada doesn't live because of the United States. Canada thrives because we are Canadian. Chris Foster, Fox News.
Checking your money, the Dow is down 247 points at this hour. The NASDAQ is up 50. Up next, traffic and weather on WMAL.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg McMuffin, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Get any two for just $5 and pair it with $1.99 any size iced coffee. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
You know the DC market. You know that business owners here don't just want ads, they want results. WMAL is hiring a senior digital marketing sales executive. This isn't just a sales job, it's a seat at the table with the region's top decision makers. WMAL is looking for a strategic marketer who has it all. Big ideas, great relationships, digital marketing experience, from creative ideation to final execution. You'll lead the way with a world-class team behind you. If you're a high performer ready to drive the digital future, we want you. Apply now at cumulusmedia.com. Cumulus Media is an equal opportunity employer.
WMAL traffic and weather. Steve Hirschhorn in the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center.
Around the Beltway now, the inner loop, a little bit still from Braddock Road up to Gallows Road, not a major delay. Elsewhere on the Beltway on the outer loop between the Wilson Bridge and 295 and way over toward Maryland. Mobile work crew blocking the left lane, slow on the Wilson Bridge. Westbound 66 broken down vehicle was in the roadway after 234 business in Manassas. That's all clear now. Everything's open. 270 northbound, there was an accident after Route 80. That is gone now. 270 southbound after Shady Grove Road before Route 28. Accident activity there, confined to the left shoulder now from GarageDoorRepair.com. The WMAL Storm Watch 7 forecast.
It's going to turn Arctic tonight. Temperatures will plummet into the single digits and teens. Tomorrow, increasing clouds, highs in the low 20s with snow developing late at night. I'm 7 News meteorologist Eileen Whalen in the First Alert Weather Center.
42 degrees right now at Reagan National. I'm John Matthews. News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
Now on 105.9 FM and streaming worldwide on the WMAL app. Chris Plant.
I'm a no vote on the tax spending bill unless there are conditions that require ICE to go to a judge to get a warrant, as well as other kinds of constraints, the use of masks, the non-identification, the unmarked cars. These police tactics, secret police, totalitarian tactics need to be stopped.
That's Da Nang Dick, Richard Blumenthal, the Democrat senator who didn't serve in Vietnam. He lied about it repeatedly and pretended that he was a Vietnam War hero because he's a lying Sacagawea. Now he's lying about everything else. They're trying to start a civil war in the United States against the federal government. Da Nang Dick, Stolen Valor Dick. Well, very good and happy Friday to you. Maybe the Democrat Party should be banned from American politics. The party of Jefferson Davis and the Confederate States of America. The first American Civil War, the Democrat Party created the White Knights of the KKK, every Jim Crow law. Now they snuff out 40% of black lives in the womb whenever they can. Harvest the organs. They'd make Dr. Yusuf Mengele very proud, very proud. On his rotisserie in hell, he's blowing kisses at the Democrat Party. Speaking of rotisserie in hell, the Democrats had a member of the House of Representatives that is kind of a hoot in a demented way, Representative Jasmine Crockett. Jasmine Crockett. And she posted a video of herself a while back declaring that because President Trump is in the White House, that there are all kinds of random lynchings of black people going on in the South, using nooses to hang black people from trees which is, of course, a Democrat Party tradition. They're the party of lynching black people. They're the party of the bullwhip and the plantation and slavery. They're the Democrat Party. They're a party of child sex abuse and protecting illegal alien child sex abusers. The Democrat Party, they're not on the side of civilization at all. They're on the side of mental illness. But here's Jasmine Crockett, and it turns out I don't know how this video was hidden from public view for so long. But it is pretty amazing that she gets away with this stuff and nobody even notices. Here is Jasmine Crockett. It was actually November 21st. Is that when it was? November 21st. And she posted a video of herself explaining that it's terrible being a black person in America because of all the lynchings that are going on. And those terrible Republicans who actually were the Union in the Civil War and freed the slaves in the Emancipation Proclamation, and the Democrats fought the Civil War to keep their slaves. And the states' rights, the states' right to keep their slaves. And the Democrat Party, the party of the bullwhip, and Robert Mapplethorpe, but that's another bullwhip story for another day. And here's Jasmine Crockett explaining that because of President Trump, they're doing away with laws about white hate and white supremacy, because that's what we see all the time. And it's the Democrat white hate attacking churches and everything else. But never mind that. Here is Democrat Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett of Texas.
Honestly, they're about to outlaw the idea of white supremacy and white hate. Like, they are about to be like, oh, that's not a thing. Forget the fact that you're talking about getting rid of, like, the classification for nooses in a time in which we have seen these random black bodies be strung up down south.
That's what's happening.
Seemingly at a time in which you're back in office, because what you do is you embolden the hate. You embolden everybody to take off their hoods. That is what he has done. He is the one that is producing this violence.
Nathan Bedford Forrest, a statewide leader of the Democrat Party, created the White Knights of the Ku Klux Klan. The last Klansman in Congress was Democrat Senator Robert Byrd from West Virginia, who founded the KKK in West Virginia. It didn't exist before the Democrat Robert Byrd came along, and he was a colleague and friend of Joe Biden's in the United States Senate. The White Hoods are Democrat wear, Jasmine Crockett, you low IQ bimbo, you very silly, ignorant person. And isn't that amazing? But wait, there are apparently the news media is not reporting about all the lynchings going on in the South of black people hanging from trees with nooses, a Democrat Party practice, and not a Republican Party practice. But the Democrat, and this is the Democrats' mental illness, inciting this race hatred. And what are they outlawing? What did she say? White hate laws. And whatever the hell that means. I don't know what a white hate law is, but nobody's doing away with any of your idiotic fantasies. I don't think there are. I think white hate is pretty much like black hate. 9,000 black people will be murdered in the United States this year. Maybe you should care about that for a minute. But no, George Floyd burned the country to the ground. But there it is. And so they're doing away with white hate, and whatever she says, there's a law about nooses, and they're doing away with that or something. And then the reason for that is so they can have more lynchings all over the South of black people.
You're talking about getting rid of, like, the classification for nooses in a time in which we have seen these random black bodies be strung up down south.
Yeah, because that's happening all over the place. She's a member of Congress in the United States of America. She should be deported to Somalia, too. Honestly, the Democrat Party is violently, criminally insane. The mental dwarfism is almost too much to believe, isn't it? Yes, it is. You're a Democrat Party. And by the way, if you'd like to talk to President Trump about something, you incredible idiot, you astonishing idiot. Maybe you should talk about the front page of the New York Times today. Maybe the front page of the New York Times, because the front page of the New York Times today is quite remarkable. What's behind the staggering drop in the murder rate? ? No one knows for sure. That's the headline of the New York Times. A decline in homicides across the country was a stunning reversal after crime rose during the pandemic. And that's because of the communist Chinese, the pandemic. You know all about the pandemic. Isn't that amazing? Yes, it is. Really, the New York Times, the murder rate drops to the lowest level since 1900 across major U.S. cities nationwide. The Council on Criminal Justice, they collect data, and their data shows that 11 of 13 crime categories decreased, including homicides. And the New York Times, very reluctant. They're like, well, we got to fix this. We got to get homicide back up to our usual traditional levels. We can't have the lowest homicide rate in 125 years in the United States. Trump might get credit for it. So they're going to go firebomb some Jews or something. Fox News reporting, screw the New York Times, murders across the U.S. dropped last year to a historic low, according to researchers, marking a dramatic turnaround after violent crime surged in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic, and as left-wing leaders espoused ideas like defunding their police departments and releasing repeat offenders without bail. But why would they do that? Well, because under their policies, we have more murder. We have more terrible everything. We have more rape. We have more kidnappings. We have more terrible everything. But never mind that, because, Democrats, they want more. And they know how to bring about more murders and stuff, too, since they commit most of the murders. That's for sure. That's an unambiguous truth. Jasmine Crockett is a screaming shrew with the brain of a ferret. No insult to ferrets and ferret lovers. But isn't that amazing? The Council on Criminal Justice, which we have to abbreviate, the CCJ. We got to abbreviate everything. Their report, they weighed crime statistics from 40 cities that have reported monthly data for the past 8 years, found that 11 of 13 crime categories dropped in 2025 compared to 2024. 9 of them dropped by 10% or more, including homicides, which saw a 21% drop. How could that is statistically impossible? Crime stats remain very steady throughout time, a 21% drop in 1 year. President Trump promised to bring back law and order to the United States of America. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt wrote on X on Thursday, along with a chart from the Council on Criminal Justice showing the country saw its lowest homicide rate since the year 1900. That's 125 years earlier. This is what happens when you have a president who fully mobilizes federal law enforcement to arrest violent criminals and the worst of the worst, illegal aliens. The Democrats are out in the street sacrificing their lives, idiot Renee Good, who crashed her car into a federal law enforcement agent and got shot in the face. And she became a hero of the Democrat Party because they're all tardo. And Trump had campaigned on heavily reining in crime, especially migrant crime, and crime in the nation's capital dropped notably last year after the president took a hands-on role. He later ordered federal involvement in other cities. Isn't that amazing? Of 35 cities covered by the CCJ report, Denver saw the largest decline in homicides at 41%. A 41% drop in homicides in Denver, which is, you may remember that, where was that? Aurora, Colorado, where the Tren de Aragua gangs were taking over entire apartment complexes, plural. And ABC News, Martha Raddatz said, that was J.D. Vance, right? So what? It's just, come on. It's only a handful of apartment complexes.
The incidents were limited to a handful of apartment complexes, a handful of problems.
Only, Martha, do you hear yourself? Only a handful of apartment complexes in America were taken over by Venezuelan gangs, and Donald Trump is the problem?
Honestly. So, listen, Denver saw the biggest drop in homicides, 41%. Washington, D.C. and Omaha tied for second, a 40% drop in homicide. Washington, D.C., I live here, 40% drop in homicide. I think that's a good thing. Democrats think it's something they've got to fix and get the homicide rates back up, and they will. Los Angeles, Buffalo, New York, Albuquerque, Long Beach, Atlanta, Baltimore, and Chicago all saw declines, listen, of more than 30% in homicides. 3 of the 35 cities did see an increase in homicides. 16% in Little Rock, 2% in Fort Worth, 1% increase in Milwaukee, all of it because of Democrats. Violent crime as a whole fell to its lowest levels since 2019, according to the report. Car thefts fell by 27%. Burglary and shoplifting each dropped by double digits. Isn't that amazing? According to similar data from the Major Cities Chiefs Association Violent Crime Survey, which referenced 67 of the largest police agencies throughout the United States, the year concluded with an approximate 20% decrease in homicides nationwide. Now, the Democrats are going to fix that. They're going to get the homicide rates back up because they're violent and criminally insane. Other than that, they're perfectly normal. Well, I mean, including that, they're perfectly normal Democrats, honestly. Yes, sir. The FBI countrywide statistics for 2025 have not yet been released, but are expected to show similar results. So thank you, President Trump. How many thousands of lives are saved by that alone? And the Democrat Party, they want more Tren de Aragua, more MS-13 in your daughter's junior high school locker room, saying that they're women covered with tattoos and, all of their insanity. Isn't that amazing? Also, remember the Democrats said that we were going into a Trump recession. We're going into the recession. He's going to ruin the economy. It's terrible. And here's the headline on the economy. U.S. economy grows 4.4%, strongest expansion in 2 years. The U.S. economy has witnessed its fastest growth in a 2-year period, 4.4% annualized expansion rate in the third quarter of 2025. It takes a little while for their statistics to come together. The figure is an upgrade from the initial estimate of 4.3% growth and a significant jump from the previous quarter's growth rate of 3.8%. The data was released by the Bureau of Economic Analysis on Thursday, highlighting strong performance driven mainly by consumer spending. That means people have money in their pockets. And so, wait a minute, what happened to the Trump recession and the bubble? And it was all going to, and it was so we see crime rates plummeting, especially murder across the country, and we see the economy booming. Illegal aliens, and by the way, illegal immigration is illegal, and just taking months, self-deporting, about 1.9 million have self-deported, and well, you know what about Barack Obama? But Barack Obama's the risen Yahweh to the left-wing radicals. Isn't that amazing? More Democrats, more murder. More Democrats, more gangs. Fewer Democrats, more good things.
Illegal immigration is illegal.
There's only one Chris Plant. The Chris Plant Show. News Talk 105.9 WMAL. Making sense of the news.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg McMuffin, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Get any 2 for just $5 and pair it with $1.99 any size iced coffee. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hey, Dad, I've been saving up, and I think I'm ready to buy my own car.
Well, son, I think so too. Now, have you thought about how you're going to finance it?
Not really. I really like banking with Northern Credit Union. They offer loans, right?
Well, of course they do. Your mom and I have banked with Northern Credit Union for a long time and have gone through them for a lot of things, like our home improvement loan for the deck we put on last summer. You should really stop in and see them before you shop around.
Yeah, but look, you can apply for a loan right in your Northern Credit Union mobile banking app.
Oh, really? Well, that's convenient. I knew anyone could apply for a loan at mynorthern.com. Looks like they're making it even easier now.
Apply for your next loan with Northern Credit Union online or in mobile banking. Not a member? Not a problem. Apply for your loan on our website at mynorthern.com. New car, used car, first car, home loan, personal loan, we've got you covered. Visit mynorthern.com to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
O'Reilly. Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
It's truck and SUV season at Widget Auto Sales, the used car leader. Just look at the rows of trucks and the rows of SUVs ready for winter, like a Ford F-150 XLT, yours for just $37,999. How about a 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander, just $20,999? Or a beautiful Chevy truck Z71, yours for $26,999. Rows of trucks and rows of SUVs during truck and SUV season at the veteran-owned Widget Auto Sales, the used car leader, and out of Washington Street, or online at widgetautosales.com.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg McMuffin, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Get any two for just $5 and pair it with $1.99 any size iced coffee. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hey, Dad, I've been saving up, and I think I'm ready to buy my own car.
No, son, I think so too. Now, have you thought about how you're going to finance it?
Not really. I really like banking with Northern Credit Union. They offer loans, right?
Well, of course they do. Your mom and I have banked with Northern Credit Union for a long time and have gone through them for a lot of things, like our home improvement loan for the deck we put on last summer. You should really stop in and see them before you shop around.
Yeah, but look, you can apply for a loan right in your Northern Credit Union mobile banking app.
Oh, really? Well, that's convenient. I knew anyone could apply for a loan at mynorthern.com. Looks like they're making it even easier now.
Apply for your next loan with Northern Credit Union online or in mobile banking. Not a member? Not a problem. Apply for your loan on our website at mynorthern.com. New car, used car, first car, home loan, personal loan, we've got you covered. Visit mynorthern.com to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
It's Vince for Valor Roofing. This winter, don't wait for a leak to force your hand. If you've noticed water spots, damaged shingles, or granulars in the gutters, call Valor Roofing now. I've seen their work in person, and trust me, Valor is the best. This week only, save huge on your new Valor roof with 50% off materials and no interest until 2027. Plus, tell them Vince sent you for extra WMAL listener savings. Call Valor at 833-83-VALOR or valorhome.com.
WMAL's Vince Colonnese, weekdays at noon on 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
WMAL.
Yeah, I want to get to the Border Patrol Chief, Greg Bovino, being targeted by the communists. His life is in danger. His family's in danger. They lie about him. Want to hear what Gavin Newsom said about Greg Bovino being a Nazi, the governor of California. Gonna have to sue these people into bankruptcy. There's a lot to take from him. To bankrupt him would take a lot of lawyers. Let's go back to the telephones. Let's go to JP calling from Fayetteville, Arkansas. JP, you're on the Chris Plant Show.
How are you, Chris?
Very well, buddy. Very well. What do you say?
Well, I had a random thought as I was listening to the AG from Arizona. Did she justify the ICE shooting in Minneapolis? Because if you go by her standards,
she said Renee Good being shot by ICE after she crashed her car into an ICE agent. The ICE agent wasn't wearing a mask, was he?
No, but she said, if you feel that your life is in danger, you have the right to defend yourself.
To use lethal force. She said lethal force.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
That was a tacit. So tacitly, she approves of what happened.
If it were in Arizona, I'm not sure. I bet Minnesota doesn't have a stand your ground law, but it's a federal law enforcement agent who's being attacked with a motor vehicle, which is a deadly weapon, and that changes the law on everything, certainly. But you make a very interesting point, JP, because you're right. She said if you feel that your life is in danger, and she didn't say she opposes the stand your ground law, but she does because she's a leftist. She doesn't believe in self-defense. She believes only the state should have firearms, right? Right, JP?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, one other thing.
Yes, sir.
Nobody likes road construction, but everybody wants good roads. And what's going on in this country right now is road construction.
Road construction. Well, that's true. We do like good roads. And yeah, in Chicago around O'Hare Airport, there are two seasons, a winter and construction.
This is the Chris Plant Show. WMAL-FM, Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus media station. Making sense of the news. News Talk 105.9. News now.
WMAL News at 10:30. I'm John Matthews. Millions of Americans bracing for a potentially catastrophic ice storm from New Mexico to the Carolinas. Forecasters say the storm could crush trees, power lines, and knock down power for days. Cities from D.C. to Boston could see enough snow to make travel nearly impossible. More than 170 million people are in the path of heavy snow and crippling ice. Attorneys for double murder suspect Brendan Banfield continue to put witnesses on the stand in Fairfax County. They cast doubt on the competence of the police detectives who investigated his case. The judge ordered the trial to resume on what would have been an off day today to get ahead of the storm that could shut down the courthouse next week. Thousands gathering on the National Mall at this hour for the annual March for Life. The crowd will hear a pre-recorded message from President Trump, as well as an in-person speech from Vice President J.D. Vance before they march to the U.S. Supreme Court. Traffic and weather next.
This report is sponsored by SuperSure.
Do you own a small business? You need to hear this. A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure. Not kind of sure, not pretty sure, not a little sure, but super sure. The seismic shift is coming. Super sure, coming soon.
Steve Hirschhorn in the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center.
On the outer loop of the Beltway, looking much better right now, leaving Alexandria, heading across the Wilson Bridge into Maryland. The mobile work zone that was headed toward 295 across the Wilson Bridge was cleared up. Everything there is open now. 270 southbound after Shady Grove Road. The accident activity now confined to the left shoulder, not really causing a problem. Clara Barton Parkway inbound after the Beltway. The ongoing utility work there blocks one right lane. Brief delay as you stay to the left. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, WMAL Stormwatch 7 forecast.
Partly sunny today with the high near 50. It is 44 right now at Reagan National. John Matthews, News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg McMuffin, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Get any two for just $5 and pair it with $1.99 any size iced coffee. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
Thinking about continuing your education? Start with AEPP. We make it easy to find adult education programs that fit your life. Whether it's preparing for your GED, building your reading and writing skills, or discovering apprenticeship opportunities, our programs are always expanding to make sure you receive the personalized support, flexibility, and options that work for you and your future. Learn more today at nysed.gov/adulted. A message from the New York State Education Department.
Hey, Dad, I've been saving up, and I think I'm ready to buy my own car.
No, son, I think so too. Now, have you thought about how you're going to finance it?
Not really. I really like banking with Northern Credit Union. They offer loans, right?
Well, of course they do. Your mom and I have banked with Northern Credit Union for a long time and have gone through them for a lot of things, like our home improvement loan for the deck we put on last summer. You should really stop in and see them before you shop around.
Yeah, but look, you can apply for a loan right in your Northern Credit Union mobile banking app.
Oh, really? Well, that's convenient. I knew anyone could apply for a loan at mynorthern.com. Looks like they're making it even easier now.
Apply for your next loan with Northern Credit Union online or in mobile banking. Not a member? Not a problem. Apply for your loan on our website at mynorthern.com. New car, used car, first car, home loan, personal loan, we've got you covered. Visit mynorthern.com to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal opportunity lender.
Whatever your goals, AmeriQ has the right loan solutions to help you consolidate debt, financial reviews to help you budget for the present, and certificate rates that'll help you save for the future. Get started today at ameriq.org/possibility.
Your chance at a jackpot is waiting on every corner. Head to your favorite New York lottery retailer and grab a Powerball ticket today for your chance to win the ever-growing jackpot. Currently over $950 million. Good luck out there in New York. Please play responsibly.
It's truck and SUV season at Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader. Just look at the rows of trucks and the rows of SUVs ready for winter, like a Ford F-150 XLT, yours for just $37,999. How about a 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander, just $20,999? Or a beautiful Chevy truck Z71, yours for $26,999. Rows of trucks and rows of SUVs during truck and SUV season at the veteran-owned Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader in out of Washington Street, or online at widgetautosales.com.
WMAL, making sense of the markets, because generational wealth doesn't build itself. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
All right, so the Democrats spread a slanderous, cancerous lie that the Customs Border Protection Chief, Greg Bovino, wore a Nazi uniform. And he wears a Nazi uniform. That's what they're saying. And the idiot left-wing Democrat front group called Snopes, which is a fake fact-checking group. They're occasionally they get it right, but usually it's just whatever the Democrat Party wants. Unraveling claim Border Patrol Chief Greg Bovino wore a, quote, Nazi uniform, end quote. Bovino wore a long coat that many people online compared to those worn by Nazis in World War II. What, they wore long coats? I was looking at this and I saw, wait a minute, here's Adolf Hitler wearing suit pants and a jacket and a suit jacket, and that's what Joe Biden wore every day for 4 years. Joe Biden dresses just like Adolf Hitler. That's it couldn't be more ridiculous. But here are the clowns at Snopes. In January 2026, that's this month, a rumor circulated that U.S. Border Patrol Chief Greg Bovino wore a Nazi-style trench coat as he walked around Minneapolis with federal agents. Bovino arrived in the city after an Immigration and Customs Enforcement agent fatally shot a 37-year-old Renee Nicole Good, who was trying to run him over with her vehicle, but they left that out. In the city on January 7th, sparking protests and debate nationwide. The police officer had internal bleeding from her crashing her car into him, but never mind that. She was also there to block streets and obstruct federal law enforcement efforts to arrest child rapists who are illegal aliens, but never mind that. Photographs of Greg Bovino wearing a trench coat, oh my God, it's a trench coat, drew comparisons to uniforms worn by Nazi leadership. And the Schutzstaffel, the SS, a paramilitary organization under Adolf Hitler. Snopes readers reached out to seek clarification on whether Bovino's outfit actually drew inspiration from Nazi uniforms. That's not really the question, whether the coat drew inspiration, but they just changed the terms. You see how that goes. And here he is, and he's wearing the uniform. And it's covered with official law enforcement stuff. First of all, it is a trench coat. It appears to be a woolen trench coat, double-breasted in the front. with somewhat broad lapels, and it has epaulettes. And on the epaulettes, it shows the rank that he carries as the chief of the Customs and Border Protection. And on each shoulder, there is a sewn-on patch, and it's the size of, a 14-year-old's hand. It's the size of a normal shoulder patch for law enforcement, and it says Customs and Border Protection. And then he has the chief insignia on his epaulettes, and the sleeves around the cuffs are kind of purple colored. It's obviously a police uniform overcoat for cold weather, you see. But then the Democrats call you a Nazi. And, the governor of California, who flew over there to Davos. Why was he in Davos? Got no reason to be in Davos. But he flew over there apparently on the private jet of George Soros' son, Alex Soros, who is his, he's got the governor of California on a leash because he's a plaything for the billionaires of the Democrat Party. And Alex Soros shows up with the Governor Newsom, as President Trump likes to call him. And here is Gavin Newsom in Davos, where he is accusing Greg Bovino, the chief of Border Patrol, is accusing him of wearing an SS uniform.
Masked men. Guy Greg Bovino, dressed up. It's as if he literally went on eBay and purchased
He's not
SS garb. No. Greg Bovino, secret police, private army, masked men, knocking on doors, racially profiling American citizens.
That's right. He's masked men, SS uniforms, knocking on doors. First of all, I've never seen Greg Bovino wear a mask of any kind. He started out by slanderously saying that the chief is wearing a mask. He then slanderously said that they're going door to door, knocking on doors, looking for what is it? And profiling. Everybody profiles everybody else all day, every day. Everywhere you go, you're profiling everybody around you. In grocery stores, when you're driving, you're at intersections, stopped at a red light. You're profiling everybody. You're sizing people up is another word for profiling. And when you're looking for illegal alien gang members, just exactly who do you think you should be looking for? Swedes? What should be it? Yeah, blonde-haired skiers? What should you be looking for? Isn't that amazing? So so there he is. He's wearing. He said he literally went online, right? Literally went online to buy an SS uniform. This is what he said. He should literally be sued civilly for $100 million, which I think he has. And the Democrats couldn't be bigger hypocrites. Greg Bovino is the chief of U.S. Customs Border Protection. He was asked about this. He went on the television on News Nation, on the News Nation channel, and he was talking to Leland Vitters.
That code is definitely Border Patrol issue. I've had it over 25 years. I bought that as a young age in approximately 1999. But what's interesting here is, I was just talking about this with my staff a few minutes ago, is 5-6 years ago, I wore that very coat, the one that he's talking about, to Commissioner Chris Magnus's coronation there at Customs and Border Protection headquarters in Washington, D.C., received nothing but compliments on that coat. That was during the last administration, as you know. Fast forward a few years to this administration, all of a sudden it's a problem.
Now it's a Gestapo, it's a SS uniform, it's a Nazi uniform. You're a Nazi. And he's had it since, for more than 25 years. He's been in the business for a long time. And he bought it back then as winter uniform overcoat. And it's Border Patrol issue. So these child raping Democrats, like the governor of California, Newsom, honestly, isn't that what we do? We just go around saying things about people and just make it's Border Patrol issue. And he says, Border Patrol chief literally went online to buy an SS uniform and then parade around in the SS uniform, the Nazi uniform, when in reality it's U.S. government issue for Border Patrol uniform. And her Snopes, they've got a picture of a Nazi wearing a Nazi uniform, and he's got a trench coat that's double-breasted. So every double-breasted trench coat is now a Nazi SS uniform.
Guy Greg Bovino, dressed up. It's as if he literally went on eBay and purchased SS garb.
Yeah. Yeah, as if he literally went on eBay and purchased SS garb. He should be sued into bankruptcy for that kind of slander of a great American patriot and public servant, and it is amazing. And the clowns at Snopes, they just keep saying Nazi uniform over and over again. Photographs of Bovino wearing a trench coat drew comparisons to uniforms worn by Nazi leadership. And the Schutzstaffen, the SS, a paramilitary organization under Adolf Hitler. And they say Snopes readers, who are left-wing idiots, said, hey, that's a Nazi uniform. It's American law enforcement uniform. But to the Democrats, who are busy murdering and looting and carjacking and everything else, aren't they amazing? The photographs and footage of Bovino walking around in the long trench coat were authentic. Yeah, who cares? It's what it is. And were not created using artificial intelligence software. Who cares? Nor manipulated using digital editing tools. Who cares? However, comparisons between his sartorial choices and actual Nazi uniforms were purely speculative. We were unable to prove, hard though they may have tried, whether he intended to draw Nazi comparisons by wearing such a coat. A 26-year-old, 27-year-old government issue coat for cold weather. And now, I got to tell you, and the Democrats will kill 40% of the black babies in the womb this year and harvest their organs. Just don't call them Nazis. They will firebomb. They already firebombed the Jewish governor's mansion in Pennsylvania, firebombed pro-Israel marchers in Colorado. They terrorized Jewish students at Columbia University and NYU and every place else. They, honestly, the Democrats ought to be wearing Nazi uniforms at this point. Certainly armbands, definitely armbands. But things are pretty bad out there, you know. I mean, with the lowest homicide rate last year since 1900, right? We've got Democrat Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett saying in her delusion, there are black people hanging with nooses from trees all over the South today because Trump somehow. It is a very serious mental illness. The Democrat Party has it. And they have monkeypox. They got a lot of monkeypox too. So the economy is booming, 4.4% growth. Lowest homicide rate since the year 1900. Crime drops in every major category across the country last year. No problem. I also want to share with you a great story by John Lott. John Lott is a very, very bright researcher who writes about guns and crime in the United States and murder and things like that. And he came out yesterday with his research on President Trump's presidency. And I want to share that with you because it is something. In the meantime, let's go to the phones. Let's go to Larry, calling from the Commonwealth of Virginia, which has lost its ever-loving mind lately. Larry, you're on the Chris Plant Show.
Hey, Chris, good morning. I just wanted to tell you I have it on good authority that the German-issued trench coats were the highest possible quality of the best wool. Because my uncle went ashore, first wave on Omaha on D-Day, fought his way across France, and at the Battle of the Bulge, the GI guys were cold. They were freezing to death. And every chance they got to commandeer a Nazi trench coat, they took it because they were the very best quality. So, the guy's, he's just keeping himself warm.
And stylish too, because Hugo Boss was one of the designers of Nazi uniforms and still making $3,000 suits today. He's gone, but his company's still making these suits. And look, the Germans, they were used to fighting in cold weather. They had to take Moscow, and so naturally they had to dress warmly for that. No doubt about it. But you're right, they did make high quality. They made high quality weapons and tanks and airplanes. The Tiger tank, the Messerschmitt 109, the 262, the first jet airplane. They had a lot of high quality. They're Germans, they're a lot of high quality stuff. They make everything very well. And you're right, they're warmer and all that good stuff. But the thing is, Larry, is that this isn't, now, had it been a German army surplus coat, which, by the way, had been sold in Washington, D.C. stores for years and years. I remember them being in military surplus stores, the gray German heavy wool trench coats, and they're warm as heck, and because they make very high quality stuff, as you said. Why would they put up with low quality things? They're Germans after all. But his coat, as he explained, was actually Border Patrol issue when he bought it. And does it have a similarity? Well, all trench coats have the same characteristics. They have 2 sleeves. They have shoulders. They typically have 2 rows of buttons in the front because they're double-breasted. They have very often broad lapels, and it's a trench coat. Humphrey Bogart wore them. Paul Henreid wore them. The good guys wore trench coats too. They're just trench coats. I guess we should say to the Democrats, Larry, that sometimes a trench coat is just a trench coat.
Thanks, Chris. Love your show.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks. And it's just, that's an amazing story. It really is. But I gotta tell you, the John Lott story, which is in the New York Post, how Trump's ICE enforcement record blows Obama's out of the water by a lot. Now, and this is in how many people Obama killed, illegal aliens and all that. The media narrative against President Trump's efforts to enforce immigration law was on full display last week at a White House press briefing. Earlier, you were just defending ICE agents, that they were doing everything correctly, said Niles Stanage of The Hill at Challenge Press Secretary Caroline Levitt. 32 people died in ICE custody last year. 170 citizens were detained by ICE. That's U.S. citizens. And Renee Good was shot in the head and killed while trying to run over a federal agent and crashed her car into him. How does that equate to them doing everything correctly? That was the question, right? Now, John Lott is a great researcher, a scholar, and he goes into great detail here, and he tells you how NPR is lying to us at taxpayer expense and all that good stuff. And then he explains just how bad it was under Barack Obama, much worse. Let's set the baseline, John Lott says. Between the president's January 20th, 2025 inauguration, President Trump term number 2, and the end of November, Trump's administration arrested an extraordinary total 595,000 illegal aliens and deported 605,000. That's 10,000 more than were arrested. The 170 ICE detainees, U.S. Citizens, cited in Stanage's diatribe, included about 130 arrested for interfering with or assaulting officers. I talked about this yesterday, even before this story came out. According to the left-leaning ProPublica, very left-leaning, they spend their lives going after Justice Clarence Thomas. And only about 40 or so of those detained claimed to be U.S. citizens, accidentally or erroneously arrested by ICE. Just half of those people were held for more than a day. Any error is serious, but 40 mistakes out of 595,000 arrests amounts to an error rate of 0.0067%. Roughly one wrongful detention for every 14,925 arrests. But you'll never believe what happened in the Obama administration. That's right. In the Obama administration, how terrible. The last 2 years of Obama, you'll never guess, 2015, 2016, 263 mistaken arrests, 54 mistaken detentions. They booked them. 4 mistaken removals. They actually deported 4 American citizens. Oops. Sorry, maybe they had Spanish accents, brown skin, racists. The last 2 years of Obama's administration, they killed more people. They arrested more Americans. They deported more Americans wrongly. They did everything wrong at much higher numbers than the Trump administration has done in year 1. But the news media didn't notice any of that. And when you explain that to them, they're incapable of comprehending, of understanding, of explaining. because they're Democrats.
You're listening to The Chris Platt Show. News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg McMuffin, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Get any two for just $5 and pair it with $1.99 any size iced coffee. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
Hey, Dad, I've been saving up, and I think I'm ready to buy my own car.
No, son, I think so too. Now, have you thought about how you're going to finance it?
Not really. I really like banking with Northern Credit Union. They offer loans, right?
Well, of course they do. Your mom and I have banked with Northern Credit Union for a long time and have gone through them for a lot of things, like our home improvement loan for the deck we put on last summer. You should really stop in and see them before you shop around.
Yeah, but look, you can apply for a loan right in your Northern Credit Union mobile banking app.
Oh, really? Well, that's convenient. I knew anyone could apply for a loan at mynorthern.com. Looks like they're making it even easier now.
Apply for your next loan with Northern Credit Union online or in mobile banking. Not a member? Not a problem. Apply for your loan on our website at mynorthern.com. New car, used car, first car, home loan, personal loan, we've got you covered. Visit mynorthern.com to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
With great savings rates and debt solutions to help you refocus your finances, the new year is full of possibility with AmeriQ Credit Union. Whatever your goals, AmeriQ has the right loan solutions to help you consolidate past debt, financial reviews to help you budget for the present, and certificate rates that'll help you save for the future. Possibility starts here with AmeriQ Credit Union. Get started today at ameriq.org/possibility.
It's truck and SUV season at Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader. Just look at the rows of trucks and the rows of SUVs ready for winter, like a Ford F-150 XLT, yours for just $37,999. How about a 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander, just $20,999? Or a beautiful Chevy truck Z71, yours for $26,999. Rows of trucks and rows of SUVs during truck and SUV season at the veteran-owned Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader in out of Washington Street, or online at widgetautosales.com.
Taxes was feeling unwelcome. Now Taxes is an open door, literally, to new TurboTax stores. Meet our experts in person.
Hi, welcome in.
They're powered by Smart Tech and ready to do your taxes for you. Get real-time updates while you go about your day. Confident your taxes are done right. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. TurboTax stores opening soon. Real-time updates only an iOS mobile app.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Start your morning at McDonald's and mix and match a sausage McMuffin with egg McMuffin, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Get any two for just $5 and pair it with $1.99 any size iced coffee. Save time and order ahead in the app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
Hey, Dad, I've been saving up, and I think I'm ready to buy my own car.
No, son, I think so too. Now, have you thought about how you're going to finance it?
Not really. I really like banking with Northern Credit Union. They offer loans, right?
Well, of course they do. Your mom and I have banked with Northern Credit Union for a long time and have gone through them for a lot of things, like our home improvement loan for the deck we put on last summer. You should really stop in and see them before you shop around.
Yeah, but look, you can apply for a loan right in your Northern Credit Union mobile banking app.
Oh, really? Well, that's convenient. I knew anyone could apply for a loan at mynorthern.com. Looks like they're making it even easier now.
Apply for your next loan with Northern Credit Union online or in mobile banking. Not a member? Not a problem. Apply for your loan on our website at mynorthern.com. New car, used car, first car, home loan, personal loan, we've got you covered. Visit mynorthern.com to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
If your patio, sidewalk, or driveway is cracked or uneven, if you tripped or fallen as a result, or if you're worried about the liability of an uneven surface on your property, American Concrete Services can quickly help. Don't pay high costs to tear down and replace your sidewalk, patio, driveway, or pool deck, American Concrete Services has an economical solution which can raise and stabilize your existing concrete at a fraction of the cost of full replacement. They're environmentally friendly structural foam. With structural foam lifting, there's no heavy equipment to cause damage to your property and no loud noises from jackhammering. Best of all, most repairs can be completed in just one day. Have your entire patio, sidewalk, or driveway safe and level again. No job is too big or small. Call American Concrete Services now for your free estimate at 240-665-5665. That's 240-665-5665. Again, 240-665-5665. Licensed in D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. NHIC 140530.
WMAL, making sense of the vote because elections have consequences. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
Yeah, that's right. So the Trump administration has reported no erroneous deportations. Barack Obama deported 2 U.S. citizens in fiscal year 2015 and 2 more U.S. citizens in 2016. It's good to be a Democrat, isn't it? Never hear about it. All the media lies and distortions bring disturbing real-world impacts, John Lott writes. Amid the drumbeat of slanted coverage, 57% of Americans now disapprove of how ICE enforces immigration laws. A Quinnipiac University survey found this month only 40% of us saying that we approve of ICE's actions because, again, it's the Democrat Party. A lie told once remains a lie. A lie told 1,000 times becomes the truth. And the Democrats, they go by that Nazi propagandist Joseph Goebbels axiom because, but the Obama administration, much, much worse in each of his last 2 years. And the Trump administration, we're not deporting any, and, you got 600,000 people in a population. A couple of people are going to die of heart attacks and things, like George Floyd, who died of a heart attack.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet.
Link's right there. I'm not talking to you in my side chat. I'm done talking to you in side chat. Come up here. Shut your fucking mouth. Bring all your friends with you. It's wintertime. Flies are not out.
Syphilis.